All right, this next one, and god damn it, Jim.
What?
I may give you a lot of hell, and I'm not trying to give you hell. I promise you I'm not trying to give you hell.
This is breaking news.
I know, but let me say this without you getting all offended and bitched out, is that you do have a lot of terrible choices, and our fans have showed that. I think that's fair to say.
Incorrect.
But you and I have agreed on many things, and one of those things happened to be the PlayStation controller, regardless of how you feel about any controller, pretty much since the DualShock era has had the best control layout ever, and that's why it's continued to be good. Like, it's maintained that general style and feel throughout many generations.
Yeah,
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, like I haven't really played the DualShock 4, but yeah, it's just still the same general idea.
Yeah. So this new PS5 controller, as I just said, I don't care about the color. I don't care about many things. The problem is it almost looks like an Xbox One controller now.
But like
it's completely
wider.
flat. It's wider. It's flattened out. The buttons are no longer in the grooves in the controller. They're like actually just stick up buttons for the RB, LB, and the, those buttons, the bumpers, if you will. The actual dual shocks are now more streamlined. It looks clunkier. The D-pad looks like absolute shit. It looks like a goddamn Nintendo D-pad, which is terrible.
Well, that's
especially
the way their D-pads have always been, though.
No, their D-pads have been better feeling. Like I'm just looking at that, and I feel like I can, just the way it looks, I can feel it. I think
it almost looks like the D-pad's a little oversized now. Like, because it always had the 4 separate direction kind of buttony layout on all the controllers.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, which is fine. It just looks like it's a little oversized. I think that's a problem.
But, like, other than that, like, the buttons, they look like they're... Maybe I'm wrong. They look like they're a little further apart. They have that goddamn center thing, which I didn't love in the PS4. I see what they went for with it.
It's got a microphone.
It's so stupid. I just... Why fuck with a classic is all I'm asking. And maybe I picked this up and I feel it, and I don't know what the back of the controller looks like, but I've always loved the feel of a PS controller in my hands because it just was the most natural feel, and this looks like one of the more unnatural. Like, there's no good grooves to it. They just fucked it up and tried to make it look too sleek. I don't know why they fucked with it. I really don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And Jim, you played a tiny bit of the PS3.
I've played a good amount of the PS3.
But what I'm saying is, like, I'm more of a PlayStation between you and me.
Probably.
If that's fair to say.
Probably.
And even you, the PlayStation you've played, the controller's pretty damn good. Why fuck with it this much? Like, is this their big breakout? Like,
I guess they felt the need to do something different, but yeah, the old classic, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, definitely comes to mind. Like the DualShock 3, I'll say I was never in love with the back triggers, which apparently this might change the triggers a little bit, but I didn't play the DualShock 4, so I couldn't tell you. Like, I don't like, when I saw it, I don't hate the design, but I also don't think it's anything special. I'm just like, oh, that's weirdly different. I don't know what to think yet until I feel it.
Yeah, and you're not going to because you're not allowed to buy these things.
I will eventually get a PS5.
I promise he's never going to get a PS5. Yeah, and even you, I made a joke of, like, it looks just like that stupid Beamer, and the color scheme is identical.
Yeah.
But you showed it in black. I don't care about how it looks. Like, when I say how it looks, I mean the color scheme.
I will say the triggers, especially the bumpers, definitely look way too, elevated and shit like that.
They look so oversized.
Yeah.
Like, they look so uncomfortable. Like, they look like they would be very, I feel like I can hear the mechanical noise when you click them. Like, they look like bad Mad Catz controllers. I don't know.
That's a pretty good comparison, actually.
I just don't get why the one thing with PlayStation controllers is you got the dog bone basic infrastructure of the what you hold. And then the DualShocks, they have their own little bump outs. That was always a thing. And even the bumpers at the top, they had a little bump out for themselves. They weren't a flat surface that just had the little hard plastic. So I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. It just, I'm going to get a PS5 for sure. And maybe I'm completely wrong, and I would be glad to be wrong, but I feel like it just looks and feels too much. Well, I can't say feels. It looks too much like an Xbox One controller, which I like the Xbox One controller, but I'm used to playing Xbox One. So,
yeah, like I might be like this could be one that like people are generally wrong about, where like say the Wii U tablet, everyone looked at it and went, "Oh, there's no way that can be comfortable," and then
don't you dare!
It's
you dare.
An extremely
Shut
comfortable tablet controller.
All right,
Ryan.
so Jim just fucked up the whole argument.
You've never played the Wii U.
So
you don't even.
I have.
Know.
I played it at your
for
house.
2 seconds.
And guess what? In those 2 seconds, I was like, "Wow, this feels bad."
No,
I'd
wrong.
be like, Jim, the first time you had the dick in your mouth, you were like, "This feels okay."
No, it was
That's
magical
fine.
and special.
Everyone could say it's like, really quick. Love at first sight. Certain things just work. Wii U, I played it. I was like, "Wow, this sucks." And you're like, "No, you just didn't play it." I was like, "All right, let me spend another half hour." "Oh, this still sucks." "No, you just don't like it." Okay. Some people just know, Jim.
No.
Smart ones know. Other ones are plebes. So, yeah, I'm not going to waste too much energy, because at the end of the day, it'll be what it is. And I don't love that people are going way too hard against it, and then others are just going way too much in defense of it.
It's definitely it's definitely bringing out the fanboys on both sides. Which
for sure.
Why? Who cares? Who the fuck cares?
It's almost like there's fanboys for the Nintendo Wii or N64 controllers. Jim.
Each PlayStation, Xbox, they're all just fucking simping for billionaires, and the N64 controller is an underrated masterpiece. So fuck all of you.
Hey Jim, the fact that
Simp.
you just used that word makes you that word. So whoever smelt it, dealt it. Jim, you're a simp. So let us know what you think below. I think most of you who watch us, we've probably seen you on Twitter, but definitely comment below. Let us know what you think.